It's a chilly Sunday night, and we're finally done here at the 2013 The Dirt Nitro Challenge. We've got pro buggy winner and Arizona native Ryan Maifield. Ryan, tell us how the race went for you.
The race went awesome. You know, I started second, which was good, and just got out to a clean start. You know, Jared made a mistake on the first jump over, or third jump over here on the left side of the track, and capitalized on it. You know, I just buckled down, focused on my race, and you know, ended up good. I had some challenge in the beginning with Elliott Boots. He was super fast. I just knew I had to keep my head focused and you know, stay in it and let him make the mistakes, and that's what I did. So like I said, you know, I just minimized mistakes, kept the car going forward, and ended up really good.
And this is the second time you won the Pro Buggy Championship here. You've been to this race many, many times, even back when it was in California. How has this race evolved over the last 10 years?
This race has always had the prestige. I mean, it's always been there, and that now with the 3 tracks and you know all these entries and stuff. I mean, the people all lined up around all the hay bales, the whole race. It makes it a huge event. It's big for me. This is the first time my parents have actually got to see a Nitro event, and you know they watched the Truggy yesterday and they were super pumped for me. And then today I was like, man, I got to step it up a couple spots here. So I was happy they've seen me win the Cactus and stuff before, but you know I love to win my home track races. Obviously, I mean, who doesn't? And I'm pumped, man. Our company's been through some rough times with this A-scale car. You know, we've gotten a lot of slack over it, but you know, this is pretty much a stock RC8 with a couple different parts on it. You know, we ran a prototype car at Worlds. You know, we're working on stuff. We're gonna have new stuff here soon. So for Team Associated to win a crazy event like this, and my teammate got third, he should have got second. He said he had a bad last lap. You know, that's super awesome for us. We tested and worked so hard before the Worlds, and you know, it didn't happen for us. But that effort and that energy came forward here. You know, especially for us to both finish on the podium. So I'm excited for all my companies and for myself, and you know, we're looking forward to the future, and hopefully some cool things are coming.
And also, like you said, for J Concepts too, Jason Rona's here, the president of J Concepts.
Yeah.
You being one of his only few drivers here at the race, and you're I believe the only one in the main, so that was great to get the win on those tires as well.
Yeah, Jason is a really good friend of mine. I've ran for him since the beginning, and he's nothing but supportive, and whatever I need to win, it doesn't matter what it takes. You know, he is a racer at heart. That's what he wants to do. This was a tire that he developed for the Worlds, and like I said, you know, all this energy and all this effort going into the Worlds, it didn't pay off, which it's a Worlds, but this is still a huge event. Everybody that went to the Worlds is here. So it was a good race for me. It was a good race for my companies. It was, like you said, it's really special to win with Jason stuff because I was the only guy in the main. We have a limited team there, just for whatever reason, maybe budget-wise or whatever. But the people we do have are very talented. You know, Barry Pettit was hauling the mail out there, and so was Tanner Denny. But super rough track, hard on equipment, and I'm lucky my car stayed together 45 minutes. So no, it's good for everybody. I'm pumped and I'm happy.
And talking about the track, I mean, we saw it change a lot in the beginning of the week. Things mellowed out as the weather, chilled out a little bit and kind of figured out what it was going to do. What was this track like to race on for 45 minutes?
It was worse than actually racing against another competitor. I mean, it was like you were battling 10 cars in every corner. I mean, there's holes everywhere. These jumps were changing every lap. To phrase the Supercross guys, the track was alive, which I hate to say that because I hate when they say it, but it really was. Like coming off the straightaway, that step on, step off, man, it was different every lap. And I was searching for lines, and like I told Ryan, my teammate, I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't have to battle you guys, because I was just cruising around the track looking for stuff, and I mean, they were doing the same thing, obviously. So it was extremely challenging just to drive around the track, much less battle people. And luckily enough, I had a really good start and I didn't have to do much battling, so it was a pretty good race.
And let's talk about the start. I mean, you lined up second. You've got 13 of the 15 cars behind you, so you're already up toward the front. But then it's not very often that the top qualifier just basically hands you the lead in the first corner. So how much did that change your approach to the rest of the race?
I try not to plan, for these events, especially on a track like this. You don't know what's going to happen. So I just knew that if I just did my own thing and kept my car going, then it would turn out good for me. Jared swapped up coming off this step on, step off, right on the tone, and I stayed to the outside of him in these front few jumps, and I just held my line. And when we went over the step up on the left side, he kind of crossed over and got a little squirrely, ended up on his lid. And that something happened with him. He said his car was running a little bad, but I was just focused on what I was doing. And I try not to focus on the people behind me. I focus on me, my laps, my track, my car, and it paid off this time. I was a little nervous with Elliott, like I said earlier, but I knew my capabilities and what my car was doing out there, and I just stayed focused and got the win.
And how tough is it, when you break out in front like that in the first few laps of a 45-minute main? How hard is it to focus and maintain pace when you really don't have someone that you're chasing the entire time? You've got to lead the field.
Well, I'm one of those few drivers. Well, not few. Everybody knows how fast they're going, but if I'm comfortable, usually I'll be setting some of the fastest laps. So I was extremely comfortable tonight, and I just knew that I was going fast. I know my abilities. I know what my car, like I said, I know what my car was doing, and I would rather have a lead. I'm comfortable in the lead. It doesn't bother me. And like I said, I don't want to battle anybody on this track. I'm battling the track already. So it was nice to have that lead, and it was a comfortable lead. And it might have been boring for some of the spectators, but it's what the driver wants.
Sure.
So obviously I love to put on a show for my home crowd, but also I love to win. So I wouldn't say it's an easy win because the track was super difficult, and I took some hard hits out there. I thought I sawed my car off a few times, and so did everybody else. So car stayed together, and we got a win. We got a third. I got a third in Truggy, and it was a good weekend for Associated.
Yeah, this was a totally different main than what it was for you last night in the truck class. You had to pass, I believe, 8 cars to make the podium last night.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking, today was kind of easy.
Yeah, nothing's easy in RC. It's super hard to do anything in the pro world of RC. But yeah, last night was extremely challenging to get through the pack, and I couldn't do it in the beginning. But I just stayed focused then, and that was the same thing I did tonight. I just had a lot better start, and it turned out really good.
So what's next for Ryan Maifield in 2013? We've got a whole lot of races coming up. There's Cactus, an electric off-road race. We've got another Nitro off-road race in Vegas, the Silver State Nitro Challenge. What are your goals for the rest of the year?
Obviously, Cactus is extremely important to me. It is my home track. Some say this is my home track, but I really don't race here that often. But Cactus is my home track. I help those guys all year long. I race there all year long. I'm helping with the track rebuild every time. So it is important to me to win there, and it's a fun race. So that's right now. That's the top of my list. It's only 2.5 weeks out now. So that's next, and then moving on, we got nationals, we got worlds, we got a whole year of stuff going on. So just stay tuned, and hopefully this is a good year for me and my team, and it should be good to watch. And yeah, come check it out.
Well, you're definitely off to a great start. This is Ryan Maifield, Pro Buggy champion for the second time here at the Dirt Nitro Challenge. Congratulations on a fantastic run, and good luck at the next one. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.